A man rode his white horse off a cliff from 10,000 meters up. The impact was brutal. The horse was crushed instantly. Miraculously, the man survived. In the freezing cold, desperate to stay alive, he struggled to cut open the horse's belly. He pulled out the organs and crawled inside the warm cavity. In the minus 40-degree blizzard, this was his only chance to avoid freezing to death. He spent the night inside the carcass. By morning, as the sun rose, he forced himself out of the horse's body. Worn and frozen, he threw on a fur coat and pressed forward. Starving, shivering, he trudged across the icy terrain all day. That night, a group of men carrying torches spotted him, his teammates. When they saw him, they froze in disbelief. He was covered in wounds, his body torn apart by a bear. Yet somehow, he was still alive. "How is he even standing?" one of them whispered. "What a fighter. That man's got 9 lives." The team leader rushed to help and lifted him onto a horse, bringing him back to camp. There, the man told him everything. How a fellow hunter had murdered his son and betrayed the group. The leader was furious and set out immediately to confront the traitor. But the man they sought had already vanished. The survivor wasn't about to let him go. With the team leader by his side, they tracked him down. When they reached a fork in the path, they split up to cover more ground. Hidden in the trees, the traitor had already aimed his rifle. A shot rang out. By the time the man arrived, it was too late. The team leader was dead. High on the mountain, snow was tumbling down. A sign the killer was still nearby. "I'm going to end this," he muttered, dragging the body with him. He cut a branch from a tree and began setting a trap. From a distance, the traitor spotted him and fired. The man dropped instantly. The killer approached slowly, nudging the figure with his gun, only to realize he'd hit a decoy, just a log propped up in clothing. Suddenly, a shot rang out from behind. The real survivor had fired from atop a horse, hitting the traitor in the shoulder. Wounded, the traitor bolted into the woods. The man gave chase. They met in a narrow canyon where fists and blades replaced bullets. One swung an axe, the other slashed with a knife. Blow for blow, they tore each other apart. Finally, with his last ounce of strength, the survivor pushed his enemy into the river. The current swept him away, right into the hands of a native tribe on the far bank. Curious, they approached the bleeding man and scalped him. His screams echoed across the water. Justice was served. As the survivor stood catching his breath, the tribespeople passed by. One of them looked at him, but didn't raise a weapon. He looked up and recognized her. She was the chief's daughter. Years ago, he had saved her life.